First, let me introduce myself. My name is Roland Doka. I'm working as a support and testing engineer at ConSteel Solutions Limited. And I'm going to be the presenter today. Some practical notes about the use of GoToMeeting. You can ask questions on the go. And for this you have to open this side panel with that red arrow button, and you can also hide the panel with that button. Let's check out the agenda of today's webinar. First, I will give you a general overview of the possibilities of this new change management function, and also the possibilities on the previous version of ConSteel. And then I'm going to speak about the function itself, and I will give you a review of its specifications and how to use it. And then I will demonstrate the usage of the function through an example. So until the 10th version of ConSteel, we only had the export and the import functions as a link with Tekla structures. And the specialty of the import and export functions were that these worked as independent functions. And what this means is that when you exported or imported the model from Tekla to ConSteel or from ConSteel to Tekla, you exported the whole model, and every member were exported as new members to Tekla structures in case of exporting from ConSteel. And now the connection with Tekla structures in ConSteel 11 is expanded with this new Tekla change management function beside the import and export functions, which means that you won't export all of the members of your ConSteel model, but you will rewrite members in Tekla structures. So if only those members will be changed that are changed in ConSteel. There are some highlights that I want to speak about a little bit, which are necessary for this change management function. First, we have to establish a link between the two models, the Tekla and the ConSteel models. And the other thing that ConSteel and Tekla structures has to be running simultaneously along each other. The other thing is the direction of the change management. There is one direction. We have a strong and a weak model. I will talk about that later. There are different cases of this change management function, which I will also speak about. And there are member attributes which are covered with this change management function. Only member attributes are covered. Joints are not covered with this change management function yet. Okay, so first, about the compatibility. This new function is currently compatible with the Tekla 19th version, from the 19th version up to the 2016i version of Tekla. The 17th version of Tekla the compatibility will be included in a future update. At the latest point of this is the service pack of ConSteel 11, the first service pack of ConSteel 11. Okay, the first what we have to talk about is how you establish link and why do you establish link. Why do you have to establish a link between Tekla structures and ConSteel model? What is this about is the pairing of the unique ID of the Tekla model to the ConSteel model, and also storing the member data of the Tekla model in ConSteel. So this is the base of the comparison of the members in Tekla and ConSteel models, and this is the basics of this change management function. And how you establish this link is when you have an empty ConSteel model and you import an existing Tekla structures model to ConSteel, the link will be established when you import your model for the first time. So that means when this link is established, this link is eternal, let's say that. So when you import your model first time to your ConSteel model, the link will be established and the link will stay like that. The other way, if you have a ConSteel model and you want to export it to Tekla structures, the link will be established when you first export your model to Tekla structures. The next thing is the direction of change transition. The strong and the weak model, what are these means? So changes of the weak or strong model are being applied on the weak model according to the user's decision. That means that we have a weak and a strong model. The weak model is always the Tekla structures model, and the strong model is the statical model, the ConSteel model, and the direction is always from the strong model to the weak model. So that means that we can apply the changes of the strong and also the weak model, but we can apply the changes only on the weak model, so only the Tekla model can be overwritten with the changes. ConSteel model cannot be changed with the function at all. The other thing is the cases of the change management, depending on the fact that which of the models are changed, ConSteel model or the Tekla model, or both of them. Depending on these cases, we have three main types. First is the clear case, which is the first and the last row in this site table. So that means if you initiate this change management function of ConSteel, and you already have the link established between the Tekla and the ConSteel model, you didn't change anything on the ConSteel model also, and you didn't change anything on the Tekla model. That means that nothing has to be done. Both models are the same, so nothing will happen. This is the clear case. And the other clear case is when the same member is deleted both from Tekla and both from ConSteel model. So in this case, nothing will happen, of course. The other main case is the update case. And this means the application of changes on the weak model, so the Tekla model. So this application is straightforward. No further decisions are needed. So that means if you create a new member in ConSteel, for example, and you didn't change anything in Tekla, the changes of this new member in ConSteel will be applied on the Tekla model and will be created in the Tekla model if you initiate the change management function. So no further decisions are required from the user. And the third option is the merge conflict case, when you have the Tekla and the ConSteel model also changed. So for example, you change the member in ConSteel and that member is also deleted or changed in Tekla. You have to decide that which is the status, the ConSteel status or the Tekla model status that you want to apply on the Tekla model. So this is the merge conflict case. I will show you in details that how are these cases are handled and how you can handle them in ConSteel and what are the differences between them. The next one is what kind of attributes, member attributes, are covered by the function. I already highlighted that this change management function does not covers the joints. If you have exported joints from ConSteel to Tekla, those will not be updated. Only the members and the member properties are the basics of this change management function. So the member attributes, the material, the section name, section properties, and the member geometric properties are covered. So if you have change in these parameters in ConSteel or Tekla, in that case you can use this function. Okay, some information about how you can contact us and how you can and where you can contact us. First, we have a website. This is the Hungarian type of website, but the ConSteelSoftware.com is our website. We have a Facebook, a YouTube channel. We have a blog with what you can see here, the ConSteelSoftware.blogspot.com. We have a LinkedIn channel, and you can contact us if you have support questions. You can contact us with this email address, this lower email address, and if you have any other kind of questions, you can contact us with this email address. You can also call us with this number. We are here to help you if you have any questions. Okay, so I would like to move on to the examples if you have no answers yet. I see no questions yet. So let's check out this function in real time. So I have a Tekla model prepared for this presentation and an empty ConSteel model. And what do we have to do first is to establish the link between the ConSteel and the Tekla model. So how can we do that is to import the Tekla model into ConSteel, or if I would have a ConSteel model, I would have to export the ConSteel model to Tekla. So right now I am going to import my Tekla model to ConSteel with the file menu and the import function, and I'm going to choose the Tekla structures option, and we will get this new dialog, which works as the previous one in ConSteel 10, but it has a different graphics now, and some additional possibilities appeared. So for example, we can now import the grid from Tekla structures, and also we can export the model grid from ConSteel to Tekla. I will show you how you can use this. So I'm going to click this checkbox here, the import grid function. I can choose if I want to import all of the members from Tekla structures, or if I only want to import the selected members in Tekla structures. Right now I need the whole model, so I will select all members option. And down here we can choose if we want to use the layers of Tekla structures, or if we want to import to an existing ConSteel layer. This is the same as in ConSteel 10. So I'm going to use the layers of Tekla structures and I'm going to click on the import button. And we will see that we have a note that what do we have to do next. So we have to pick the reference point in Tekla structures. So I open up my Tekla model and choose this reference point, for example, and then go back to the ConSteel model, and we will see the section conversion dialog, which is also renewed in ConSteel 11 compared to ConSteel 10, but it works the same. We have the sections which are represented in Tekla with its names and its materials. So the first column is the section names in Tekla, the second is the material names in Tekla, And here we see that the new naming ConSteel for the section will be for this, the IGA 400 with this material. These conversions are works from these conversion files. We have two conversion files on this path, one for the section conversion and one for the material conversion file, I mean the conversions. Right now we found all of the pairs to the sections, so we can click to the continue, and if we click on it, we have to pick the reference point where we want to place the Tekla model. So let's choose a point, and as you can see, we now have imported the Tekla model with the grid which was defined in Tekla. And this grid is created as a user-defined grid in the model grid function of the geometry tab here. Okay, so now the link is established and this will stay like this. So if I close my ConSteel model or my Tekla model and I open them up later, this link will be stored. So I don't have to establish it again and again if I close the ConSteel or Tekla model. Okay, so I would like to show you the cases of the change management. So first, let's see the first and the last one is the same. So let's see the clear case. And how to do it? You have to click the File button and the Update option and choose the Tekla Structures function. This is the function. This is how you can initiate this change management, or in other words, the update function, Tekla update function. So if I click now, basically we will run into the clear case because nothing happened in any of the Tekla or the ConSteel model. So it's just a security to see that your model are up to date. Both of your models are up to date. So on the Tekla update dialog, you have the possibility to choose that all of the members should be checked with the update function or only the selected members. So if I would select a model part here in ConSteel, only that part of the model would be affected with the Tekla update function. We could export the model grid if we wanted to, and also we could export the connections on the ConSteel model to Tekla model, but these will not be updated, just exported. Right now I don't have any, so I won't choose this checkbox. Okay, if I click on the continue, this update process will be initiated and performed, and we have to see that because we didn't change anything on the models, we get a message that our model is up to date, so we can move on to the next case, which is, let's say, the second and the third row, which tells you that ConSteel is unchanged, the ConSteel model is unchanged, while the Tekla model has changes and it has deleted members. So this will result in a merge conflict case, and that is what I want to show you. So this is basically all of the Tekla changes and how you can handle these Tekla changes with this function. So let's say I will change the parameters of some members in Tekla. For example, these columns. I will change them from HI 400 to 300. And also I will click a random member from the Tekla model. Okay, and if we go back to ConSteel and start the update process from the file menu, we again get the Tekla update dialog, And if we click on the continue, we will get this this dialog where we have a table at the middle. Each row of this table means one member which is affected by any kind of change. The first column is the current ConSteel status. The second column is the current Tekla status. So right now you see that the Tekla status is changed. That means that from the previous status of the Tekla, we have some parameters changed at this current initiation of this Tekla update process. At ConSteel status, you see that it has n/a. That means that this is because this Tekla update function only investigates the state of the Tekla model. We don't store historical data from the ConSteel model, only from Tekla model. It is planned to also implement a ConSteel update function, but this is for the future. Right now we only have Tekla updates, so this is why we see this not available flag here. Okay, so the next column is the name column. Right now the name of the members are not so representative. Columns and beams we have. The cross sections is the cross sections in the ConSteel model. The type is the type of the member in ConSteel, so we have column types and beam types basically. And the last column is a very important column, because here you can decide that what status should be applied if you click this update button on the Tekla model. So if I basically by default ConSteel is selected, so if I don't change anything and leave this this on ConSteel status, it will mean that this HI 400 cross section will be applied on the Tekla model, which is changed to this 300 previously. But if I change this to Tekla, the update status to Tekla, the Tekla changes will be applied on the model. So this is a merge conflict case where you have to choose that ConSteel or Tekla status will be applied on the Tekla model, and this is how you can choose that which change should be applied on the Tekla model. Okay, you can filter this this table if you click on these filter buttons twice. So for example, I want to filter only one of the cross sections, let's say the HI 260. So I click on it, and you can see that the filter is added here, and the filter is applied on the table, so only these members are represented in this table. And if you want to delete a filter, you simply click on this X button here. Okay, and what I didn't talk about yet is this change level diagram at the top left corner of this dialog, and the changes in Tekla part of this dialog. So we have three colors on this diagram: the green, the yellow, and the red one. The green represents that how many new elements will be created in Tekla after you click on this update button. So right now one new element will be created because here I have one member deleted in Tekla, but this member is still existing, it still exists in ConSteel with this cross section. So if and the update status is selected as ConSteel, so if I would update the dialog, ConSteel status will be applied to the Tekla model, so that deleted member should be created again with these parameters. So that means that we would have one new member created in Tekla model. Okay, one more thing, that we have deleted one member, and if we want to check that which is this member, we can simply click on this Show in Model button, and if I click on it, this member will be selected in the ConSteel model. So this is the member which is deleted from the Tekla model. Of course, it is not selected in Tekla because it is deleted, but if I would select another member which is still existing, for example, this column, you see that it is selected here. This is the column which we are talking about, and also this column is selected in Tekla. So here, so by this you can follow that which row is which member. Okay, so these are the basic functionalities of this dialog, and if you click on the update button, these status updates will be applied on the Tekla model, and you will get this dialog that the model update is finished and the changes are applied on the Tekla model. So if we check it, we have rewritten the Tekla model with the changes, I mean not the changes, but with the status of the ConSteel model. So it is HIE 400 again. Okay, so these were the changes from the side of the Tekla model. Now check out the changes from the ConSteel side. So for this, I am going to create, I show you this table, so I will create members in ConSteel and do the update process. So that means that we will change the ConSteel model, leave the Tekla model unchanged, and this will be the update case. One important thing about the update case, that if you only have changes with this update case, the Tekla update dialog won't appear. So you only have the message that the update is successful and your models are up to date, but you don't have any decisions to make. So I will combine this change with another ConSteel modification. I will delete a part of the model, this one, this change I will apply, and I leave the Tekla model unchanged. So this means that I can decide that if I want to apply the ConSteel changes on the Tekla model, or I want to keep the Tekla status. So this will be a merge case. So in practice, I am going to first create some new members in a ConSteel model. So let's say I will copy some parts of the model to here, for example, and I will delete. So this is the basic update case. I have created new members, and if I would click on the update Tekla structures function, these changes would be automatically updated to the Tekla model, and we would not get the Tekla update dialog. But if I delete, for example, this side frame, we would also run into this case, which is a merge case. So let's check it out. Click on the Update Tekla Structures button and click on the Continue to initiate the update process. And here we see that we have these deleted flags at ConSteel status. We have deleted 13 members, and these members are unchanged in Tekla. So right now you can see that we don't have any data from ConSteel because we don't store historical data from the ConSteel model yet, but we see that in Tekla these members are these HIE 400 members, and also we can show in model that which are these members. Okay, and the members which are created in ConSteel, so this part of the model, are new members, and they would be automatically updated, and they are not represented here at this table. You only see here that 15 new elements will be created if you press this button. So these are those members which are here in ConSteel. So if you click on the update button, these changes will be applied on the Tekla model, as you can see. And if you go back to ConSteel, you see that the model update is finished and your model is up to date again. So these are the changes what you can do from the side of ConSteel. And there are one last case or option. If you change both Tekla and both ConSteel models. So let's do this. We will delete a part of the Tekla model. I will delete these members. And in ConSteel, I will only change the section parameters. For example, IP 200. And let's say, so this was the case when we changed both ConSteel and Tekla, a merge conflict case. And the other thing, this was the case when we deleted from Tekla and changed in ConSteel, merge conflict case. And the other thing when we have changes in ConSteel and both in Tekla. So let's say I modify the section parameters of this two CHS columns to an H 400, for example, and in Tekla I will change these to some other section. $300. Okay. And if we update our model again, we will receive these members here at the Tekla model update dialog. We see that we have these members deleted from Tekla model. So if we would apply these changes, we would have 12 elements modified and 10 new elements created, because the deleted Tekla elements would be created again with the ConSteel members. This part of the model would be created again. But if we want, we can keep the Tekla status of the model. So as you can see, these new members are decreasing, and right now we don't have any new members which will be created. Only these two modifications will be applied on the Tekla model. So if we click update, this part of the model is not added from ConSteel to Tekla. However, these are the ConSteel section. I mean, this was the ConSteel status, which is applied on the Tekla model. Okay, so we have covered all of the conflict cases. And one more thing that I want to highlight or tell is that ConSteel automatically generates a log file about these updates. By default, if you don't have your ConSteel model saved, this log file will be created in your documents/ConSteel folder, where you have your licenses and your example model stored. But if you have saved your ConSteel model like I did, you will see that these log files are placed besides your ConSteel model. So these are the log files, and what it contains, for example, the last one, it contains the modifications which I created. So I had two modified members, the two columns, and down here you see that you see all of the other members which are in your model. You have a date and any necessary information stored in this log file. So this is stored next to your model if you have saved your model. If not, if you didn't save your model yet, it will be created at the documents/ConSteel folder. Okay, so that's all what I wanted to represent you. So I would like to thank you for your attention, and also see you on the next webinar, which will be on the next week at the same time. And I think it will be about the frame corners and the new type of frame corner handling in ConSteel 11 and the new function of shear field. And also I would highlight that all of our webinars are recorded and will be uploaded to also to YouTube and also to our website. I quickly show you where. You will find all of our webinars under the support and webinar part of our site. Okay, so if there are no more questions, I would like to thank you for your attention and see you next week. Goodbye.